reasons now to keep my burdens left behind. I did not know what it would bring. Now I'm capable of everything.
Good morning, dreamers. So, it is, oh, that smells so good. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:15 a.m.
We had a power outage this morning. Just a brief one. So it's 9:15 in the morning. I'm getting a late start. I haven't even had breakfast yet. How many of you like eat breakfast as soon as you wake up? I've never been inclined to eat as soon as I wake up. But I think I have a plan for the wiring. I'm going to attempt to do that today. At least I'd like to. But I'm also doing laundry and a couple other things on my to-do list that I've been putting off again, you know, because procrastination. This is probably not a good idea. I mean, I did wash the bar, but it's still a little wet, so I don't want to be adding moisture back to the jalapenos that I dried yesterday. So let's do it this way. So I've never been one to eat right away when I wake up. And one of the things I want to do today is try this new recipe. So hopefully we have time for that. I probably should be wearing gloves for this, huh? Really? Dilly's in there flipping her food bowl. Because I'm not letting her in this part of the house, because if I drop any of these, she'll try and eat them, because she's silly like that. So it took right about 24 hours, a little over 24 hours, to dry all these jalapenos. And we're supposed to get a frost, I think, tonight. So I think my garden is done for the year. I'll go out there today and harvest whatever bell peppers are left and whatever jalapenos are left, but yeah, I think it's pretty much done. In fact, let me write that down before I forget. I just had pens thrown in here. So I want to go out there and see if there's any more herbs I could be dehydrating. And I'll probably just take the rest of the plants out because I'm kind of over it. These smell so good. So what I want to do with these jalapenos, other than adding them to recipes, you know, during the year, there is a French bread recipe that I used to make a long time ago. I'd bake the French bread, you know, from scratch. and then I'd add cheese and jalapenos. And so with these, I could like do jalapenos anytime for that bread. Oh, I just made a mess. Okay, so I could cross jalapenos off my list. Let's go ahead and try that recipe. And then I'll do the dishes. Let's see. Let me go get the recipe and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I found this recipe on a channel I watch. It's called Come Sit at My Table. I'm pretty sure that's the channel I saw it at, but I'll link the video with it in the description below. But it's pineapple sweetbread, and it sounded really good. Of course, I like pineapple and lemon and, you know, like tangy flavors like that. So I figured I'd give it a try. And I thought I was gonna, this makes 2 loaves, and I thought I was going to cut the recipe in half, but then that means using like a half a jar of pineapple and stuff like that. So I'll probably just give the other loaf away. So let me get my other stuff I forgot. This recipe calls for pineapple extract, and I went looking. You know, we just have these little stores near me. They're not major stores, but I went to Walmart looking for pineapple extract. They didn't have it. Then I went to another like bougie grocery store here, and they didn't have it. So I thought I was going to have to order it online. And then when I was at my other little mom and pop local grocery store, I was shocked to see they did have pineapple extract. And the stuff on, you can get it on Amazon, but it was like $9 for this big old bottle that I'll probably never use up. And they had these little bottles for $2. So I did that. So we're going to start with 4 eggs. Thought there was a shell in it. It's not. And we're going to beat those. It says beat them slightly, and then you mix in, let's see, that's pretty slightly, a cup of canola. Okay, the next 4 ingredients, it says 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do all the liquids. 3/4 of a cup of water. It says a cup of canola oil. I just have vegetable oil. I don't think it matters. pineapple. Okay, so it says 2 cups of pineapple. And this says it has 4.5 servings. Oh, I guess I do have to measure it out then. Darn it. Well, you know what? We're just going to wing it. I'm going to do most of it because it says that there's 2.5 cups in here. No, it says 2.25 cups, so I'm just going to put it all in. Okay, and then we have, it says 2 to 4 tablespoons of pineapple extract. This is, it doesn't say how much, but I'm going to call it 2 tablespoons. I wonder if I should save this bottle. I think I will. Okay, and we're supposed to mix all that up. And now it says stir in flour, sugar, then flour, baking soda, and salt. So, I think we're done with the whisk. And the sugar is 3 cups of white sugar. I knew I was going to run out. I came prepared as I get sugar all over. I guess we're putting mop the floors on the list for today too. There's 2. And there's 3. So we're done with that. That's a lot of sugar. They weren't kidding when they said sweetbread, huh? And now we're gonna do okay, now we're gonna do flour. Someday you think I'd get all this straight. We're gonna do 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Hopefully I have 4 cups in here. So there's 1. flour. Alexa, add all-purpose flour to the shopping list.
I've put all-purpose flour on your shopping list.
And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking soda.
From RadioCutlery.com.
Alexa, stop. So 2 teaspoons of this. We're done with that. And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. There's 1. So that's all the ingredients. Oh, except for it calls for sparkling sugar for the top of the bread, but I don't have any sparkling sugar, and I figured with 3 cups of sugar in here already, I'll probably just put granulated sugar on top. Because apparently that gives it a crunch on the top that's really good, but like I said, I don't have sparkling sugar, and I wasn't going to go to the store and buy some. Kind of hard to tell if you got it all mixed up because of the chunks of pineapple in it. But I'm not seeing any more flour balls, so we'll assume that that's mixed. And it says generously grease 2 9x5 loaf pans and line the bottoms with parchment paper. I think these are 9x5. If they're not 9x5, then I will have cupcakes too. I'll deal with that later. Okay. Divide the batter between the 2 loaf pans. Sprinkle the top with sparkling sugar if desired. And then you bake it for 50 minutes. So let's see if I can get this in here without making a huge mess. Nope. I'm gonna make a mess. And I still have too much batter. So we'll try doing 3 pans. The batter tastes good. I'm going to try and evenly divide these so that they all cook the same. It looks about even for all. Now I need sugar. And he said he put a lot of sugar. See if I can dirty every dish in the house. He said he put a lot of sugar. Of the sparkling sugar on top. I don't know, I guess if you have like that sugar crystals that you put on sugar cookies, then that would work. I just don't have that stuff. This is going to be super sweet bread. Okay, and now they go in the oven. 350 degrees for, it says, 50 minutes or until barely firm on the top, or this barely firm on the top center of each loaf. So I'm going to check mine earlier because I have smaller pans. So I'll probably check it in like 40 minutes. And I'll be back.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. All that's left is you and me. I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream. Voices in the night.
Okay, y'all, these are done. They look yummy. But now I have to wait for them to cool off. So I'm going to cover them up so that the flies don't land on them. And I'll be back when I get to try some. Okay, let's take these out of the pan and let them cool completely. Hopefully they come out of the pan okay and not fall apart. Maybe I can get them all on one rack. Wow, that's hot. Super hot. Okay, I'm gonna let them cool off a whole lot more. And then I'll bring you back when I try it. Look at all the sugar on top. It's gonna be sweet. Okay, you guys, it's not fully cooled, but I can't wait no longer because remember, I didn't eat breakfast, so here goes. That's what it looks like. These flies in here are horrible. It's good. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be with all that sugar in it, but I guess for 3 loaves, that's equals it out some. It's like what, maybe a half a cup for each, or a cup for each loaf. But that's good. I like it. I think next time I want to try it with zucchini and pineapple would be good. But I'm gonna go have my snack or my breakfast, and then let's see what I can get into. Okay, y'all, so I am going to attempt to use my old fish tape and drill a hole in here somewhere and try and run the wire that way. I'm only going to drill one hole first to see if I can get it up there, and then if I can, I can come back through and drill the other hole. So I'll put you guys on time lapse if any of that made sense. I don't even know if you got to see. Yeah, I guess you could have seen. Anyhow, let me get busy.
Beneath the shadows of this quiet town, I see you there, your feathers on the ground. Your eyes are heavy with the weight of the world. What's in a life you never could offer? Even if you never flown before, you can take a chance and try once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down. You can still take flight, although you're earthbound. Never learn to rise above these crowds, stuck in the dust of the light.
Well, that was a bust. I can't. The problem when you're fishing a wire through, or you know, running the fish tape through the ceiling. Let's see if I can explain this. If you've run a wire before, you know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to feed it in on this side of the room, and I can hear it part way going up, and then it hits something, and I can't tell if it's hitting right out where the light box is supposed to go, or if it's hitting somewhere further because I'm too far away from it to hear it correctly. And tried calling friends to see if somebody else could come over and fish it through for me so I could get up there and find out where it's hitting at. And no one's available right now, and I'm just frustrated beyond belief because running a stupid wire shouldn't be this hard. So the only other thing I could think of is cutting out a big hole in the ceiling right there, running the wire from the peak up here down, but then I have a hole I have to patch and try and match, and that's never fun. I've already got a couple of them in the other half of the house, so I think I'm gonna quit for now. You know, this was supposed to be the simple job. It ain't simple. Let's see what else I have on my to-do list today. I think that might be it. I might just be done for the day. Yeah, other than doing my laundry, which is all hanging out to dry, everything else is off my list for today. So I'm going to end this video. It's going to be another short one with nothing done, or it feels like nothing got done, because, you know, when I went to go even drill the hole, I tried drilling it with the short, the little short one. That wouldn't fit in the little space. Or first I tried the long one, then I tried the short one, then I tried the hole saw. None of them would fit because my Makita's so big. And then I remembered that I bought this handy tool, which is that right angle tool, and that worked out good. So I'm glad I spent the $8 or whatever it was at Harbor Freight to get that. So other than that, I'm gonna go take a loaf of this bread over to my neighbor and clean up and put my laundry away and my dishes away and call it a day. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, but I don't feel like getting into anything else right now. I could try to run the light to the second bedroom, but that requires taking off a hallway panel. And I don't know if I want to dive into that today. That one and the hall light should go easier, quote unquote easier, but in the hallway I have to pull a panel off the wall, and in the second bedroom I have to pull a panel off the wall, and in the hallway, I don't know if you guys have been watching for a while, but I put the box in. Let's see. I put the box in, but I put up a piece of sheetrock on the other side, and it's just got a couple screws in it holding it in place so that I could run the wire. You know, I could just take it down and run the wire easily. But now the freezer's also in the way. So in order to do the hallway one, I have to pull that freezer out. And, oh yeah, and the hallway, I need to buy $70 worth of wire to run the three-way, or the 14-3 wire, so I can have a three-way switch in here. So yeah, I'm not going to do the hallway for a while. Darn it. Okay, well, that's going to be it for today's video, unless I decide later to jump into doing the hallway one, but I doubt it. I'm going to go get this stuff cleaned up. Oh, the other thing is, I am going to take this board down. So I have it partway down on the ceiling. Let's see if I can show you. I already have this board down, and that one's kind of hanging, and I was going to keep, you know, try and use them, but let me show you. There is like this stuff on it that looks all gross, and I don't know if that's just moisture that got in or what it is, but it's also particle board. So I think I'll pull it all down. And then not only that, but I can decide what color I want to stain it or if I want to paint it or whatever when I put up a new one. So I'll just get a piece of pine wood and put that up later. So yeah, that's going to come down. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Let me turn this around so you guys can see me. That's going to be it for this video. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
I